Oh my god, this is so laggy.
What's good, Turf Talk? It's me, Richard Donahue, and I'm with...
Landon Kostusiak, bro, this is so laggy.
Yeah, this is bad. All right, whatever. We have Turf Talk 18. It's the draft recap.
Terrible.
Just so you know, I had 3 practices today, and Landon had practice, so it's going to be a tough video. We're starting at 9 o'clock, but let's go. So we have Breakfast Club in the morning. 5 QBs in the top 10. This is the first time that's ever happened. Do you think 5 quarterbacks deserve to be in the top 10 this draft?
Well, actually, wait. 5 were taken in the first?
Yep, JJ was taken at 10.
Oh, yeah, there was 5. They all got the talent to. I mean, I think that all 6 quarterbacks won the first. All have the talent to be good. But, I mean, obviously, it's situational. It really is. Penix is obviously at 8 to the Falcons is weird just because of the whole Kirk situation. Without Kirk, it'd be a great pick.
Oh, you guys are going to know how I feel about that. I hate that for him. Honestly, I'm not a Penix hater. I don't hate Penix, but I hate the situation that he's in because he's a young talent in the NFL, and this is so bad for him. Like, it's terrible. So we'll get to that.
If they didn't have Kirk, then Penix...
Do you want to just talk about that right now?
Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah. Dude, why? Okay, so he totally fits their scheme. Why did they feel the need to take a quarterback after you signed Kirk Cousins to over $100 million deal, 4-year deal? So what if you play out that whole contract, which I expected them to do? That means that Penix is going to start at 28 or 29. That is crazy, bro. For the first time.
No way in hell Kirk plays that whole contract. He's not playing until he's 40. He gets okay. My setup is getting me mad to talk. All right. No way he plays that whole contract. I mean,
he said he wanted to. He said that he wants that to be his final stop.
I mean, that doesn't mean that he won't retire in 2 years.
I mean, that's true.
He gets hurt one more time and it might be collapse for bro.
Yeah, that's true. If he tears the same Achilles, I bet he could end up retiring. But I don't know. I don't think unless it's a major injury, I don't think he would quit just because a shoulder injury.
Penix could outplay him.
I mean, we'll see. That's such a waste of a contract, though.
Next year, Penix could just be the better guy.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it all ends up with what's happening. Right now, we really don't know anything, about any of these picks, how they're going to play. It's all speculation.
Not executives either, so.
Yeah. I mean, the GM really was trying to convince the owner. I don't know if you've seen that video.
I did, yeah.
He was really trying to convince him, and the owner did not want to do it, so I don't know. But speaking of QBs where I don't think they should have gone there, Bo Nix at 12. That seems early. I mean, everyone was saying Bo Nix in the first is crazy. I mean, I seen some late first, but I never seen anything 30, 31, 32 is where I've seen them. I've never seen anything else.
I don't really know where the Bo Nix fall off came from. I'm going to be honest with you. Bo Nix was great this year. I mean, I really don't know where it came from. I'm going to be honest. I think it's just people get I don't know.
I don't hate the fit, though. I think in Denver, that's a great fit for him. That's a perfect play style. Sean Payton's a good coach. You see him compare him to Patrick Mahomes?
Who?
Sean Payton.
Compared to Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, he said, I feel stronger about Bo Nix than I did about Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
That is so... Oh, my God.
Heck yeah. Bo Nix... Wait, dude, pause real quick. What number is Bo Nix going to wear? Because Zach Wilson's wearing 10. Bo Nix, what number are you going to wear?
He might ask Zach Wilson for 10.
Just as Zach Wilson.
I don't know. He just signed there, though.
Who, Zach or Bo?
Zach.
Both did. Oh, they declined. They declined Zach Wilson's 5th-year option. You're wondering,
Dude. I don't know. I watched some of his tape because I was so confused on why they took him, and I like it more and more the more tape I'm seeing. He does have all these flashy plays. He went 45 TDs to 3 picks. I mean, he really was a good quarterback.
He's just a boring quarterback, to say the
Yeah.
least. He's just a boring prospect.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what. I'm trying to think of like what my player comparison for him was. I don't even remember.
I don't remember either. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember.
Do you think QBs are just getting like too needy for a franchise quarterback? That's why we got 6 in the top 12?
I think that it's a they're scared they're not going to get their guy. And these guys are scared for their job, so they'll take any chance they can to get a guy who could be their guy. And like the whole Penix thing, they were talking about how like the Raiders and like the Saints, they wanted to jump up to get, or maybe it wasn't the Saints, I don't remember. They wanted to jump up to get Penix or like take Penix at their spot. So like really that could have been the only chance that the Falcons landed Penix, which I mean it was Raheem Morris's guy. He really wanted Penix. And that could have been the same situation for the Broncos. They could have felt, well, that was their only chance at getting Nix. So they just take their shot, and they'll die on that hill.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I think, obviously, there's at least 1 second-round talent. I don't know. I think it's definitely a QB-needy league now. That's the only way I can actually, like, explain it. Everyone wants their franchise guy, and there actually is a lot of franchise quarterbacks in the league now. Like
there is, but there's always going to be openings, no matter what, for your franchise guy.
Yeah,
there's never going to be short of quarterbacks. But behind like draft class, I think this is a really good year. This was a really good year to get your quarterback because I mean next year's draft it's not bad. Like there's Jalen Milroe, Quinn Ewers, but Shedeur Sanders. Ain't nobody want that, bro. I hate Shedeur Sanders, dude.
why?
Dude, he's a terrible teammate.
Yeah,
he's a god-awful teammate.
Dude, and have you ever seen his Twitter?
Yeah, I have. That's why I'm saying this. And
yeah,
then,
but do you really think NFL teams are going to care because of a Twitter?
No, they won't. That's why they're going to make a mistake. Bro's dad brainwashed them. He's going to be – I don't like
You see that he's only allowed to go to like 4 teams?
Yeah, exactly. Like the teams ain't mess with that. I don't mess with that either.
I don't
teams
like it.
Don't mess with that.
I don't know.
He's
back on the Broncos train. Who do you think should start, Bo Nix or Zach Wilson?
Bo Nix. I think, but Bo Nix is a mature enough quarterback prospect to start. I really like Zach Wilson. I believed in Zach Wilson. I just don't think the Broncos are a fit for Zach Wilson. So I really think that, I mean, it's going to be an interesting battle come camp. I think it might be like a Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask last year. Everyone's just going to clown on it the entire, like, training camp time. But come the season, I think Nix will have a good year.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. I originally would say Zach Wilson. But as I said, the more tape I watch, I really do believe Bo Nix is going to be the starter. And also, they're around the same age. It's not like Bo Nix is this young guy that needs to develop. He's already NFL ready. That was one of his things. I don't like the NFL ready like term, but I do think he is ready more than like a player like a Penix or a McCarthy. I think Bo Nix is probably more NFL ready than them.
He's one of the smartest NFL ready like prospects. He knows what he can do and what he can't do. So I would trust him 100% to lead my offense.
Sometimes Twitter has so much messed up things on it. Dude, Twitter is crazy. There is no shortage of content on Twitter. It's nuts.
Sadly.
I just ate my chicken nuggets. My boys, my guys from the stream. Yo, I mean, I want to bring it up right now. That stream we had was so good for Turf Talk because we had 3 hours. It was popping. We had like 11 people in there. And then we ended up posting a video. I edited a video of Landon's freakout. And currently it's at 1.1K. And that was me checking from like 2 hours ago. Like 1.1K is nuts. Our most viewed video is 2.1. And it's a Taylor Swift video of our bet. So
they can beat the Taylor Swift video.
Yeah, this was a great fit. Thank you to everyone that was in the live stream.
We still have Donnie Mitchell.
Yeah. Yo. Oh my God. I love that too because they still didn't draft a Donnie Mitchell. That's so funny.
I wish we could have got it. I wish I didn't even see the Keon pick live. So
were you at lacrosse?
Yeah. I would have been live streaming that pick for you guys if I was there, but I didn't even get to see it live. I had to look at it on my phone, find out. I wasn't happy at first, but I've really warmed up to the Keon pick and I like it now. So
yeah. How do you feel about like Super Bowl and championships for the Atlanta Falcons now that they like kind of wasted their first round pick this year?
I don't think that they were going to win a Super Bowl or go to a Super Bowl or championship, in my opinion, before this, because I think that even before the draft, just because of how, inexperienced the team still is. Yeah, they got Kirk, but Kirk ain't known as a big playoff guy, and I think that if they end up playing, because if they win their division, they'll get the 4 seed. You're gonna end up playing Cowboys, Bears, Packers, either one of those, like Vikings, like either one of those really good teams. Which actually, the Vikings and Bears especially very inexperienced, but
yeah, I mean the Vikings are all new together, kind of. They have Aaron Jones,
but
you're
gonna play a team that's like the Rams. You play the Rams, you're gonna get bounced. You play the Lions, you're gonna get bounced. I mean, like that's the thing with that fact that I know that they're gonna get the 4 seed most likely.
Yeah,
and they're gonna play a team like if they do. I don't know if they play the Cowboys, it's always open. But if they play the Eagles,
they probably will end up facing the Cowboys. The Cowboys are always like the 5th seed.
Yeah, 5th or 4th. I mean, like there's just so many teams that I think could have their number in a 1st or 2nd round. I don't see them going anywhere as of this year. But next year, I think it really opens up for Atlanta, and they got to use all their cards and have a good draft next year, especially.
Yeah, they definitely need one. And I think after the Penix pick, I was expecting a Dallas Turner. That's why I was so high on them. Dallas Turner is the number 1 edge in the class as of right now. I mean, you can't put it against him. He has been all year, and he is. But now that you get Penix, it kind of does set you back a year. And especially it's like a 1-year thing. You got to mold together, get good together. In my opinion, I think the minimum is Kirk plays 2 years because I'm a big Kirk guy. I'm a fan of him. He actually would have won MVP if he stayed healthy. So I think they went from Super Bowl contenders, in my opinion, like that was pushing it. I don't think they would ever win it. I think they were contending to have the Super Bowl. Frank wants to get in. Hold on. Come on, buddy. But yeah, I mean, if I'm the GM, I wouldn't have drafted Penix because you're basically saying I'm going to start you at 29. That's like Geno Smith's career.
I mean, I did draft Braylon Trice, who's a good edge rusher, but he's no Dallas Turner.
Yeah. How many wins do you guys think the Falcons are getting?
10 to 11.
I want to say 11 because I could see 12 and I could see 10. So I'm going to go with like a good 11 wins. 11, it really isn't even that impressive anymore. Like it used to be like, oh shoot, 11 wins, that's a good team. 11-6, that's not great.
I'm like, that's good, but it's not like
It's not like it used to be.
Yeah. I mean,
12 wins now is how 11 used to be.
Yeah.
Because it's the same amount of losses. It's 5 losses.
Yeah. I mean, 5 losses is still like not
That's pretty good. I mean, I don't know. It's not like crazy.
Honestly.
15-2 though, that's nuts. 15-2 is a weird record. Have we seen any of those yet?
I think the Chiefs won. How long has this been happening for with these records?
3 years. And no, the Chiefs and Eagles went 14-3.
Did the Chiefs not go 15-2 the first year?
I don't think so.
They might have won 14-2.
Or 16-1. That's gonna look super weird.
Did they do a 18 games or 17 game season in
2021 was the first year.
So was that the Tampa Chiefs year?
Yes.
I think the Chiefs did it. Well, no, I think the Tampa Chiefs. No, the Tampa Chiefs year. It was the year before because the Bills won 13-3 that year. No, I don't think a team has gone 15-2 yet.
Why do you think the first defensive player came off the board at 15?
I mean, it's an offensive-driven league, weirdly enough, as we've seen top defenses get it done, especially with Kansas City last year. I mean, nobody on their offense other than Patrick Mahomes really played outstanding last year. So you really see how and their defense was phenomenal. And, I mean, it really is the people are trying to enhance the offenses when defensive teams win. Like the Rams in 2021, I would say they had a good offense, yeah. But you saw once Odell got hurt, their offense kind of fell off in that Super Bowl, and it was held to their defense. 2022 it was not a defensive Super Bowl.
That Super Bowl was awesome, bro.
It was, yeah, but it still was. I mean, defense. Like if Nick Bolton doesn't pick up that fumble that Jalen Hurts dropped, they don't win that.
Yep.
So it's just, I think, realistically, a lot of the teams did need offense, though. But the Falcons could have gone defensive. The Raiders could have gone defensive. Who was at 13? I don't even know. Oh, no, the Raiders were
The Raiders are at 13.
Oh, the Broncos could have gone defensive.
Brock Bowers.
Yeah, the Broncos could have gone defensive. I mean, there was a lot of guys. The Bears could have gone defensive, but they prefer to have offensive weapons. Which, I mean, some of the guys that were taken, like the Bears getting Romo Dunes, I'm okay with that. Like the Raiders, Brock Bowers, I know he was the best weapon on the board, but weapons aren't per se, especially this time Michael Gallup right after the draft. Yeah. Weapons aren't really your main need. But, I mean, I guess that's a good sign for Antonio Pierce for the Raiders in the future that he's not going to be a draft defensive only. That Antonio Pierce will take weapons, which is good to know for the Raiders' future.
Yeah, honestly, if there is a guy down in Las Vegas, which still sounds weird to me, it would be Antonio Pierce. I feel like he fits there.
That guy's so hard to hate. Like you can't.
It's his home.
He's such a good guy.
All right. This one's going to be an interesting one. How do you feel about Worthy to the Chiefs?
I think it really is being like overhyped. Like everyone's like, how dare the Bills let the Chiefs get Xavier Worthy? The fastest prospect ever. Yeah, at one point John Ross was the fastest prospect ever. Where did that get him?
Yeah.
I mean, history repeats itself, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of it.
I like the fit. I really do. I think that is his best fit. I mean, playing with Andy Reid and having Marquise Brown there too. But I don't think he's what Chiefs fans think he's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna be good, but I don't think he's gonna be like elite. I'm trying to think.
He's not the next Tyreek Hill.
No way in hell. Tyreek Hill.
I think he could do like he could be like a better Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a draft. Maybe like an Amari Cooper-esque kind of player, a little worse than Amari Cooper.
So it's a good career. I just don't think I don't think he's gonna be like amazing.
No, yeah.
Here, do you want to do the stat prediction?
Yeah.
All right, so 860 yards receiving, 67 receptions. I have him getting 120 rushing yards and 12 rushing attempts. This one's the big one because of the new rules. 430 return yards and 17 return attempts. I think Andy Reid's going to scheme some stuff up with him back there. I think Andy Reid's thinking for the future. He knows that he has insane return ability, and with these new rules, there's going to be a new GOAT kick returner. Someone's going to figure it out, and it's going to end up happening sooner than later, and I bet the Chiefs want to jump on that. And then 6 total touchdowns.
I have 820 yards, 92 receptions. A lot of receptions, yeah.
That's a lot.
I only have 95 rushing yards. I think he's going to break out 181-yarder, and I'll have a bunch of negative plays because they're going to do jet sweeps and stuff, and the edge rushers, I think, will get him. 220 return yards, and I have 8 total touchdowns. I'm going to have a lot of those going receiving because Andy Reid schemes up some great plays in the red zone. I think that he'll have like 2 not red zone touchdowns because Andy Reid can scheme up a lot in the red zone with like the off motion stuff. So
yeah. Oh, Panthers went 2-15, but no one's gone 15-2.
They went 2-15. Wow.
Yeah, that's bad. I forgot that they got a second win. That was like closer to the end of the season.
Who did they beat?
I think they beat the Eagles. No, they didn't beat the Eagles. The Eagles just lost to a bunch of bad teams.
I know they beat Atlanta once. Did they beat Atlanta twice?
Didn't they beat the Bucks?
No, I think the Bucks swept them.
Oh yeah, the Bucks beat them like 6-0 or 9-0. I don't know.
Didn't they beat the Packers, or was that just a really close game?
I think it was really close. It was like a 2-point game. Ooh, Chop Robinson to the Dolphins. My guy. You guys know I'm a huge Chop Robinson fan. Dude, I have been in love with this guy as a prospect. He's been my favorite prospect. Him and Adonai Mitchell. And the fact that he went to the Fins, you do not know how excited I am. The pressures that he puts on, that speed. Now you got him, Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, Shaq Barrett, and that's not even including Mo Kamara, the 4th-round guy that we got 5th round. That's an absolute stud. I'll get into that later. He runs a 4.48 40. I can't hype this guy up enough. I think he just needs to put on more strength and size, like in the upper body, and then after he does that, it might be a. I don't even know. I'm just so excited. I can't even talk. Like, Chop Robinson to the Dolphins is my ideal situation. I said it in my drafts. I would love if Chop went to us, but I don't think he's going to fall that far.
That would have been my, like, if the Bills got Cooper DeJean kind of pick.
Yeah. It's, like, crazy to me still that they got him.
Or Brian Thomas.
Oh, yeah. If Brian Thomas went to the Bills.
Why do they need him? I was watching the video again earlier, and I was laughing. If you haven't watched the React video, go watch it. It's pretty funny.
I mean, we're on the topic. What do you think about the Bills double trade back?
It worked out. On paper, it worked out. It did.
Oh, they beat the Texans. When did that happen?
Week 8.
That's crazy. Oh, that must have been like when CJ Stroud was hurt. No, that's like when he was good.
Oh, yeah. Didn't they win like 9-6? It was like a game-winning field goal.
Yeah, I think he was hurt that game because of the concussion or whatever.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, it worked out. I mean, Keon Coleman is the guy.
Keon Coleman, I mean, if you
didn't know that.
Unless you're living under a rock, I think the entire NFL loves Keon Coleman.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude is just a great guy, which is such like a no diss to Diggs. Diggs is obviously a great guy. It's just he wasn't like he was a little bit of a diva. I think everybody knows that. I'm not saying he's a bad person. He's definitely a great guy, but I'd rather have Keon's personality in the room than because Keon's just like it's like having a dimming light bulb and having a fresh new bright one. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I like the move for the Bills.
Atlanta's more draft picks too, and as of right now, the Bills have 14 draft picks for next year.
14?
After they had 10 this year.
Yo, he needs. That's crazy. Brandon Beane likes trades. You guys should trade. Go all in.
I mean, what do we trade? My God, this setup. What are we trading for though? Like realistically.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Like I'm looking at the roster, there's obviously needs, but how important are these needs? Like what are you trading for? A receiver? That's not. Why would you do that? Who are you not
Trade
playing?
for a D lineman. Like a top 5 D lineman would really send them over the edge to like Super Bowl contention like every year.
I mean, like interior or
Either someone that could play both, like a Myles Garrett. If they traded for Myles Garrett, that'd be nuts.
That's unrealistic as hell.
Dude, just send them 2 firsts.
Ed Oliver obviously was just a breakout last year. And, I mean, Greg Rousseau, you're hoping that he can keep up the production. AJ Epinesa, obviously, the past 2 years, he's been great.
I agree with him, though. It was dangerous.
It was dangerous, but it worked out. But as I was saying before, I mean, Daquan Jones, he was playing at an all-pro level before he got hurt last year. And then, obviously, the D-tackle we drafted, Carter, I really like him. And I think he could be really good in the future. Obviously, Von Miller's still on the team, and my favorite draft of the Bills that I've said in our last video, Javon Solman.
Stroud played in the Panthers game.
Bryce Young's better.
That's embarrassing.
No, but Javon Solman, I mean, this is my strongest take that I have that I would spend money on betting that he will be a future NFL All-Pro. I think he's got it. I'm so excited for him. If he's a bust, then this is the worst take I've ever had in my life. But, I mean, for the value, too, he led the nation in sacks last year. I watched some of his tape. He's not, like, an outstanding pass rush move guy, but he works to get better. And now you're working with an all-time great, one of the greatest pass rush move, like, finesse guys ever, Von Miller. So it's only up for Javon, and I'm excited for him.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do some AFC draft grades. So I'll rapid fire the Dolphins, and then you do the Dolphins, and then we'll just go down the list. So I got Chop Robinson at a B+. It's a great move. Not astounding. It wasn't amazing value, so B+. Got Patrick Paul. I think it's a B. Honestly, I'm very happy with it. The more I think about it and like hear stuff about him, I'm warming up to it. Got Jalen Wright, absolute stud, 4.3 40. And he's a running back. So we got our 1-2 punch for the next 3 years at minimum with Achane and them, like not including Mostert. So that's an A-. That's great value. Mohamed Kamara, A+. Now hear me out on this. You probably don't know who he is. I'm going off of value and off of future success, in my opinion. Mohamed Kamara he honestly could be just as good as Chop Robinson. The fact that he fell to whatever he fell at the 4th or the 5th, it's actually like I can't understand it. We had to actually trade up for him because of how bad we wanted him. He was pissed. He went on a speech when he got into Miami, and he was telling everyone, like, they better watch out. I'm going to be on a rampage. And obviously a bunch of people say that when they get drafted, but it's something to be excited about. And he already has reached out to everyone. He's met everyone. Him and Chopper are going to get in the Edge group chat that they have, and they talked about it on Twitter. So they're going to work together. I like how my next guy, Washington, B+. We got 2 Washingtons. I'm not talking about Taj Washington. I'm talking about the other Washington. He's 6'2" and 240. He's an absolute animal. And he's already talked to Jalen Waddle and Tyreek, and they both have responded to him. So he's going to get some work with them. So overall, I have the Dolphins at an A- draft.
I got, for my grades, I got Chop as an A. I mean, he's a speed demon. I mean, he's working with Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips. It's just an all-around great end room, and I think Chop's can do great things. Patrick Paul, I have as a B. I don't really know a lot about him, but I think he can be good in the future. Obviously, they got Teron Armstead over there. It's a great guy to learn from. So it could be a good pick in the future. He's a tackle, right?
Yeah. But They were talking about moving him inside, but that's the reason we got rid of Robert Hunt is because Tua couldn't see over him. Tua's 6'1", Robert Hunt's 6'6". So I think they're going to keep him on the outside.
Jalen Wright, I have as a B. I mean, he's really good. I mean, I saw last year. He is really, really good. But it's just I'm wondering how he's going to fit in the future. But I mean, he's a good player. I give him a B. Makomara, I just said his name wrong. I gave that an A. I mean, I didn't know who the guy was until he got drafted, and they were showing the film during the draft and all this. I'm like, dude, this guy's a demon. How did he fall to the fourth?
I have no idea.
He is going to be really.
Okay.
And then Blake Washington, B+. He was on my Bills. I actually made a list a few months back of players I wanted the Bills to draft. It's a really long list, but Malik Washington was on it. Malik Washington's great, and I think he could immediately fit in that slot role for my. I give them an A- as well.
All right. And then I got the Bills. Keon Coleman, I think it was good value, and I think he's a good fit. So I have it at a B+. Bishop, I have also as a B-. I don't know too much about him, but obviously I'm going to watch the film on my number one competitor's draft. He's a beast. I mean, I think he has the potential if he can get NFL ready. Davis at a B. I have Van Pran. Is that how I pronounce it?
Yeah,
Van Pran. I've never heard of this guy. I just watched like 3 minutes of film. Highlights, of course. His highlights excite me. So B+. Or no, B. Sorry. I'm not going to get there. This one you're going to like. I have the Solomon at A-. I have Carter at A-. Carter's a great value. Yeah, and that's pretty much the end of my list. I didn't want to go through everyone. I have the Bills at an A- as well, so equal with the Dolphins.
I have Keon Coleman also as a B+ for now. I really do just want to see where he fits come the season and training camp especially. I mean, if I go to training camp this year for the Bills, you already know Turf Talk. I'll be there with updates. I could live stream for a bit. But I'm really excited for Keon Coleman, and I'm excited to see what he can do down the line. Cole Bishop, I have as an A. He was probably, other than Tyler Nubin, my favorite safety in this class. I mean, he's so physical. He's a fantastic, strong safety, Jordan Poyer replacement, and he's so versatile. He can do a lot, and I think he's gonna be really good here. Obviously, Dalton Kincaid wanted him really bad, and from what I'm hearing, back when they both played at Utah, Cole Bishop won most of the matchups between the two of them. So, Sean Carter, I have as an A-. I think he's gonna be great learning behind Daquan Jones. He really is. He's super physical. I mean, like at the Senior Bowl practices, he was bowling people over like crazy. And I think with Sean McDermott especially, it could unlock his full potential. And 3-year captain at Duke, he's a great guy too. So I'm excited for his future. Ray Davis, I have him as a B. Really good power back, really good in screen game as well. I'm just wondering where he's going to fit in the Bills' offense. My guy, Javon Solman, I have him as an A+. I really love the pick. I've talked about him enough, honestly. I don't need to go back into more with him. And then Cedric Van Pran, I have as a B+. I mean, get James Cook's old center onto the team. He's a 3-year starter. Obviously, he won 2 national championships with the Bulldogs. And I think he will be a really good fit down the line for the Bills.
All right. I got Jets up next. The Patriots suck. Fashanu, it's got to be an A+ for them. They needed tackle. They got tackle. They have the future. And it's great to learn behind those very skilled vets, but they are injury prone, so this is a good move for them. Davis at a B-. I mean, there's nothing really you can say. He doesn't excite me too much, but I think it was good value, and I mean, his highlights are good. So, and then you got Allen, good running back. I don't know, you got Breece Hall, but whatever. I'm gonna give him a B. And that's all I have for them. I really only thought I should do 3 players for the Jets. Overall, they're a B+.
I gave Olu a plus. I mean, like you said, learn behind those veterans. Perfect situation for him. He's a great tackle. I think he's going to do really good things. And for Jordan Travis, the Heisman candidate before he got hurt, first round pick before he got hurt, I give that an A. You learn behind Aaron Rodgers. I mean, both of you guys can bond over the Achilles injuries you just had. I mean, I think Jordan Travis will be the future of the Jets. So I'm excited for that. Braylon Allen, I give a B+. I really like him. He was one of the best running backs in the country, obviously, last year. But it's just him and Breece Hall play so similar. So it's how that's going to work that I don't know. The wide receiver they drafted, Morley, I give that a C+. He's not outstanding to me. And I'd rather play Xavier Gibson if I'm the Jets. So.
And then Patriots, they're in full rebuild mode. And when a team's rebuilding, all I can really think about is their quarterbacks. So I have both of their quarterbacks, and that's it. Overall, the Patriots did have a B- draft. They had a really good draft. A B- is good. It's just not top of the, everyone else had a pretty damn good draft too. Drake May, I have this at a B-. Originally I had a C+. Not the biggest fan of Drake May, and I don't think that's a hot take. He has the tangibles, and he has the big arm and everything that you want, but it really does scare me he doesn't set his feet. He really does remind me of a college Zach Wilson. And I feel like he just plays too frantic, and he makes too many mistakes in big games. That's a B-. And then Joe Milton, I also have at a B- for value in the 6th round. You get Joe Milton, big Joe Milton fan. I watched his highlights. I watched his lowlights. It really is something that you can teach. It's a touch pass. He has arm talent. Like, this is something Cam Newton level arm talent. It is high level. 62 miles an hour, broke the record. McCarthy had 61. For the draft since like 2010. He's an absolute animal, and I think he has good pocket presence. So if you put that all together and you actually get a shot, because who knows, Drake May, injuries happen. Joe Milton's also a B-. So yeah.
I got a few more guys on here, but I have Drake May as an A. If they can unlock his full potential, he's going to be a great quarterback. But it's a big if, and I'm taking the upside on him, so I'm giving him an A. I believe in him. The Patriots are a historic organization. We'll see what they can do. I have Jalen Polk as a B+. A really question mark receiving room. Really got a lot of help from this draft. And, that's good for Drake May, obviously. Or Joe Milton. I think this guy's name was like Traylon Wallace or something. He was a corner they drafted. I have him as a B. He's not terrible, and the Patriots down there. They can develop corners pretty damn well. So he could be really good in the future. I think he was maybe that was the corner. Or
who knows now that Belichick's not there?
I think that was wait, no, I'm stupid. That was a tackle. That was not the corner. I didn't write down the corner. That was a tackle, and he could be a good. I'm tired. All right, chill. He could be a good fill-in for Trent Brown now that he's gone. I don't really know much about that guy, but he was a side. I think he also went to like Penn State. I don't remember. I have Javon Baker, wide receiver, for the value and for the player, an A+. You got him in like the 5th or 4th round. He could have easily gone in early 2nd to mid-2nd. Javon Baker is a stud. He's fast. He's good, and he's going to show the league that they should not have skipped out on him. He's going to show them. He said, it could be a famous quote now. What was it that he said? I make people in wheelchairs stand up or something.
Oh yeah.
Really weird quote to say. I don't really like it, but Whatever floats your boat, man. And
Yeah.
Joe Milton, I have as a C+ to a B, just because I was, as I've said before, I was so high on him going into this college football season, and he just destroyed my expectations for him. He really did. And that Senior Bowl was god awful. He threw like 4 picks.
Yeah. Eagles, man. They're contenders now. Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, corner 1 and 2, going to the Eagles. That is scary. I mean, they are stacked. They have 5 guys right now that are starter calibers on almost every team. It's scary. I'm really excited for them.
They got Jeremiah Trotter Jr. too.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping
Dude, it's nuts
blood in
what they're
Philly.
doing down there in Philly.
Yeah, I mean, it really all depends on. This is a make or break year, honestly, for Sirianni. You got a lot of talent.
So they just took BPA, honestly.
Yeah, you got a whole new staff for the 3rd year in a row. Well, technically second. Well, you've had 3 different staffs in 3 years, and obviously you had the most success with Steichen and whatever the other guy's name was.
And then they both had to leave because of or they had offers somewhere else.
Yeah, and now they're both really good head coaches, honestly.
Yeah.
I do like both of them. And Sirianni, obviously, last year, I know Eagles fans despised Brian Johnson and Matt Patricia was their defensive coordinator.
Dude, that was god-awful.
But, I mean, Sirianni hired this staff, and the staff really is the reason for that fall-off. And, I mean, you hired Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio. I know Rich has some strong words for Vic Fangio. But I don't really like Kellen Moore. I think he's a tad bit overrated. Like, he has his dud moments. A lot of dud moments. And Vic Fangio's super old school. But it could work out for them. But Sirianni, I mean, from what I'm hearing, Sirianni doesn't even do anything. So, I mean, Moore's running the offense. Fangio's running the defense. I don't know what Sirianni's doing, calling timeouts. But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, Vic Fangio, he's a great coach, and he really did do good things with the Dolphins, but it would have taken multiple years for them to learn the playbook. And he's just not the right coach for that Miami team. That Miami team is a fun, aspect of team, and, they're a fun team, and you have fun coaches and, good coaches. And he just wasn't, meshing well with them. So it just wasn't the right move. But I still think he's amazing. Adonai Mitchell falling to the Colts is super scary for the league because people forget Richardson was playing way better than C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. Richardson is that guy. You cannot forget him. He was getting 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. And when he got hurt, it sucked, and everyone forgot about him. Richardson is still that guy. Now you add him with Adonai Mitchell. Oh, my gosh, bro. That is going to be scary. You got Pittman. I mean, Jonathan Taylor. That offense is actually underrated. That offensive line is sick. Be on the watch out for the Colts.
Honest question. Is it possible that we see an Anthony Richardson sophomore slump? With all these expectations now, is it possible that we see a sophomore? I think he's a candidate to have.
I think it's possible, but I think if he went on the trajectory that he was on his rookie year, he can only improve.
That's where slumps come in.
I don't know. I mean, it's possible.
He really
I don't
is
think it's
probably one of my main candidates for a slump.
I don't think it's going to happen personally, but I think it's possible for sure.
I don't know, man. When you got that expectations with that offense, slumps could be possible.
I mean, yeah, you never know.
Never know.
Now that we're closer to the season, fantasy football is back. We're going to have multiple leagues, one fan league. We're going to have one coworkers league. It's going to be a great year, and I'm going to start it off with my take. I think Ezekiel Elliott in 2024 to 2025 season is a sleeper in fantasy football. You're going to be able to get him in rounds 10 to 14. There is no way in hell he should be down there. Bro, now from the Patriots, he had a great game on the run or on the ground. He had 53 receptions, And he led the entire team in receptions. He was their team MVP. You cannot argue that. Zeke is still a top 8 to 10 running back. I think he's top 10. I'd say he's like 10. I think, honestly, Zeke, get in production. You put him behind that Cowboys line, okay? You put him behind that line. If you haven't seen their offensive line, it is stacked. Like, still. I know they lost Smith, but I don't think it was that big of a deal because they ended up replacing him with Guyton. Didn't they get Tyler Guyton? Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a great pick on the late rounds, and it's a league winner. I'll be drafting him.
As a big Zeke guy, obviously Buckeye legend. Zeke is still a top 10, top 8 running back take. I think he's
top 10. Dude, the season he had last year.
I mean,
top 8's a little pushing it. Top 10 though, for sure. 9 or 10.
There's a lot of good running backs in the league.
Yeah. I think this year he could have a top 10 year for sure.
That means that you're saying that he's better than guys like Montgomery, maybe. There's a lot of good guys.
We'll have to make our list next week.
I really don't. I think you're pushing it a bit with.
We'll see.
But I read this earlier, and you could probably pick him up like free agency. Now, people in our league, if the Turf Talk crew actually watches our videos, they're gonna pick up Zeke now just because we said it pretty much, or just because you.
Yeah, but we're gonna have so many fantasy takes, they're not gonna know what to do.
Yeah, this is their test if they're watching the videos.
I gave Josh a sheet. The sheet that we have, this 5-page sheet, I gave him one.
Hey, it's 4 pages.
Oh, 4 pages?
Yeah, come on.
I don't know.
Not a script, guys. It's just it's what we talk about.
It's all the segments, brother.
Yeah, it's no script, not a script.
The Dolphins signed a 6'9", 290-pound lineman. 6'9". And guess what? That's not even the crazy part. He runs a 4.7 40. Where the hell did this guy come from, and how did he not get drafted?
England.
UDFA, undrafted free agent.
England.
Where was he? England is cooking, bro.
Bro, Chase Baker.
Yo, England, Chase Baker, we're going to have him on again.
You're doing good work over there.
Yo, NFL Academy. We had Chase Baker on. He, runs the NFL Academy, and he was a former player. And, yo, he is cooking over there in England. He is making some good talent.
5 we had him on?
Yeah, episode 5.
Shout out our boy Chase.
Yeah, we might have to have him on again.
Yeah, honestly, talk to us more about the NFL Academy and how much players are.
I'm very interested, dude.
Yeah, Chase Baker, come back on. Our setup won't be as homeless anymore. So
yeah, for sure.
We won't be putting up the phone on WhatsApp to the mic.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Bills signed Frank Gore Jr. too, guys. Don't forget.
Oh, that's a segment. Don't worry. Spencer Rattler and Joe Milton are the QBs that I believe in that were drafted in late rounds. More Spencer Rattler. I think he could actually have a Russell Wilson effect where Russ was drafted in the 4th and he was a stud for the Seahawks. And I think Spencer Rattler, bro, it's Caleb Williams. Obviously, he's going to start over you. That's not his fault. Spencer Rattler, honestly, could do really good on the Saints. So watch out for that.
He's wearing number 18, Peyton Manning. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Dallas Cowboys declined the 5th-year option for former 49ers quarterback Trey Lance. When is someone going to give Trey Lance a shot? Dude, he's literally been judged off of 3 games.
I don't like Trey Lance anymore because 3 years ago or 2 years ago, whenever Rich told me, he's dude, Trey Lance is going to be a steal in all of your fantasy drafts. I drafted him in 3 leagues and he got hurt and I got screwed. So...
Bro, someone needs to give him a chance.
Bro had his chance.
When he gets a chance, I bet he goes off.
Yeah, what about Max Duggan? Where's his chance? He never even got one.
Okay, well, he's probably going to end up the same way. If you need a game-winning touchdown, who are you taking? Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill or CD Lamb?
Keon Coleman's cousin, CD Lamb.
Yeah.
Honestly, give me old reliable Mike Evans, dude. Honestly, I mean, is there any other guy in the league you're throwing a jump ball up to? The Mike Evans?
True.
Like I'm putting all my marbles in Mike Evans, honestly.
I was actually almost about to say Mike Evans.
No,
Then I realized how many game winners Tyreek's had, and I just have to put that out there. Tyreek, I think, leads the league in game-winning receptions. I saw that like 2 weeks ago. So I have to just say Tyreek Hill. He's so fast, so electric, you could do so much.
I mean,
But CeeDee Lamb isn't that far from him, dude. CeeDee Lamb's a stud, too.
It's actually really hard.
It really is. All three of them are absolute animals. We haven't even thought about CeeDee Lamb, but, dude, he had a crazy year this year.
Yeah, I mean, he did. CeeDee's nuts. Okay, that sounded so bad. I said CD is nuts. It sounded like...
Josh Allen is the only player that has played with Frank Gore and Frank Gore. Let's go. That's pretty cool.
I mean, is that the first quarterback to ever play with a quarterback and a son? Or
a dad and a son? I think he is.
That's a pretty weird thing.
Yeah, and he's not even that old either. But that is weird.
Josh is still young. But Frank Gore is 40. You want to something nuts? I saw this morning. I actually found out myself. What just happened? I found out that myself this morning because I was doing my own research on something completely different. Frank Gore signed with the Bills on March 13th, 2019. Frank Gore Jr.'s birthday is March 13th.
That's weird. That's super weird.
Coincidence?
Nope.
Don't ask how I found this out. I was just researching.
Which team out of the three main quarterbacks in this draft are going to make the playoffs this year? The Bears, the Commanders, or the Patriots?
I ranked them on my sheet. The Bears got a big little circle on mine because, I mean, they obviously have the best roster out of all of these. Worst coach, honestly. I think they really do. I don't care about Matt Eberflus. I'm going to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that's such a good roster. There's no way you don't make the playoffs. I don't care if Caleb's a rookie or if you got freaking Rex Grossman taking snaps. I don't care. That's such a good roster.
Yeah.
Washington, question mark. I mean, if they succeed, it's not going to be like whoa, that's impossible. But if they under, it's like, oh, it's Washington. And the Patriots, I get X because I just don't.
No way. There's no shot.
I don't think that there's any chance they contend this year, to be honest.
No. Yeah, I agree. Bears will make it. Washington has a good shot to win 11 games, or they could just win 4 games like they did. They are one of the biggest teams for a floor and a ceiling. And then I also have the Patriots with just 0% chance. I said that a couple weeks ago. And then our last segment, this is a fun one. The Miami Dolphins 40 times. Tyreek 429, Waddle 437, Mostert 434, Achane 432, and Jalen Wright 435. What is McDaniel going to do with all this speed? I cannot wait. I think it's going to be another season of just Miami's the best offense. I think it's going to be another one, and we're going to lead the league just like we did last year with a lot of yards.
Whoa, dude.
Hey, Miami, it's a fun time to be a Miami fan. It really is. And I haven't been able to say that for the rest of my life. My whole life, being a Miami fan sucked. So
was it really fun to be a Miami fan at the end of the year too? Was that fun?
I didn't really care for it, honestly, because if we're going to get bounced in the playoffs first round, I'd rather it be in negative 40 degrees than at Miami facing Buffalo.
I mean, the Titans, that game was fun. It's a really explosive offense.
The Titans was just a trap game.
I told you. I literally told you that. I told you that was a trap game.
Hey, I said it's not. I never say it's not possible, but I didn't believe.
No, but you're like, yeah, there's no way. Oh shoot! press off an action. Again, there's no way we're winning.
I'd rather be a Miami fan and have injuries be the reason that we don't compete than be a Bills fan and not be able to beat the Chiefs. So I'm just
the Bills injuries are the reason they can't compete like literally every year.
Well, that's a Bills problem. This is the first time Miami's had an injury bug this bad. Our whole team got shut down. It was terrible.
Klein was covering Travis Kelce in the playoff game.
I mean,
AJ Klein, the guy that got pulled off the couch 2 weeks prior.
Mahomes just has that playoff record against Allen, so we'll see if they can break it this year.
Mahomes ain't playing defense.
Bro, honestly, half the games are a shootout anyways. It doesn't matter.
It's a flip of a coin, and sadly the Bills can't win with that.
Okay. Well, what about the wide right?
Shut up.
Yep. Okay. So I'm Richard Donahue, and I was with
Landon Stuziak.
Signing out. Goodbye, Turf Talk. Thank you for everything, and subscribe.